Hi everyone. So this message will find you when you're being called to slow down, or at least maybe you just have had a moment of slowing down after exhausting all the possible ways that you could exhaust. Because I'm sensing this energy of feeling inferior in a lot of ways with respect to your surroundings. Yeah, you feel like you have nothing to offer, you have nothing to give, that you're just a beginner. Yeah, because yesterday I was walking after work and I was just looking at this building, tall building, like very far from me. And I was beginning to imagine how in Haikyuu, if you're not watching Haikyuu, it's an anime on volleyball guys. But the main character there, Hinata, just kept on saying in the first episode, like, what's the view like from the summit? Because Hinata is very short, right? His height, he's not very tall, so that's quite disadvantageous in Haikyuu, in volleyball. So he's always dreamed to look at the summit, to be able to reach past taller than his mates or enemies in matches. So I feel like that's significant. Yeah, you have been feeling like you're so short, like Hinata's height, so short. You could have figures in your life right now, your situation, where you just really admire these people. And you are right to do so because I'm seeing here King of Pentacles and King of Cups. Like very respectable figures in your life right now that you really admire and respect. But also this respecting energy, in relation to you, maybe you in comparison to where you are in your journey, you're just a beginner. And you're feeling this immense, like so big of a gap between who you are now and who you want to be. Between who you are now and how these figures, these very prominent and respectable figures in your life right now who you admire are acting now. But the thing is, they arrived before you. Like they had probably had years of experience, uh b- years of experience, prior to your presence. And I'm speaking to a work situation. Yeah, prominently. Although if this message resonates to you, even if this is not a work situation, then still this message is for you. But I'm channeling really heavy work environment. And so you just notice all these gaps that you still have. But you know what it is? You also can recognize how much growth you still can have. And you also know what makes you feel scared, because I really am sensing a sense of huge amount of energy of being scared and afraid, because now you are being called to be in the arena, to be in the arena. Like you cannot put yourself in the sidelines now by preparing, by practicing, by needing one more class, needing one more lesson, needing one more You're not in that preparation mode because you are now being applied. And so going back into this example where I was walking, meditating, because this is something that I do sometimes when I feel so overwhelmed after work. I would meditate by walking around and in nature. So I was looking at this tall building, right? But it's so far from me still, so it doesn't look as big. And I was just, visualizing Hinata and the Haikyuu, etc., etc. And I was walking towards that building. And when I snapped back into reality and I looked at the building, and since I was near the building already, I was almost at the foot of the building. I was near the gate or the entrance. I realized, as I say this, I realized how fucking tall the building actually is. And I feel like that is so powerful in relation to how you're feeling right now. Because you know why are you feeling all this resistance? You know why you are seeing this huge gap in experience and skills or whatever. Not that it's true, but that's how you're feeling. You're seeing it because you're closer now. You are actually at the foot of the building. Whereas before you were just daydreaming about it, you were just looking at it at a distance. And so it doesn't have as much towering, it doesn't feel as towering to you as it did before because it was at a safe distance where you could daydream about it. You could easily make yourself feel good about it by daydreaming. But right now, since you're at the foot of this building, you're actually seeing how tall it is. But just because you're seeing the resistance, just because you're seeing how much you still are needs to improve, not that you ever need to really improve because you're done improving. You're done again practicing, preparing. You're now being called to apply these learnings, to apply yourself in this situation, in this physical, whatever this is. You are now standing at the foot of the building. You are now at the building. You are now in the arena. And that scares the shit out of you. That's what scares the shit out of you. But again, the message in here is that you already have what it takes. That's why you got here to this building. You already have what it takes. Maybe you still need improvement. I mean, who does not need improvement? I mean, we can all grow in some way or shape or form, right? That's just part of reality and life in general. But if you're also feeling this insurmountable fear that you're worthless, that you're acting like a fool, no, you're not. No, you are not. You are actually doing such a great job because you're now at this building. It would later on you would see how easier it's gonna be now. Now that you're at this building, right? I mean, buildings have elevators. It's not like you're gonna walk in the emergency exit and you know build get to the top of the building because that's where you want to be, the top of the building, the top of the building. The thing that you're manifesting before, you're envisioning it's at the top of the building. And you're not gonna get to the top. I mean, realistically speaking, you're not gonna get to the top of the building just by walking upstairs, using the stairs, right? Of course, it has elevators. And so the message as well in here is you're gonna be surprised at how easy it is gonna be for you now. Yeah. And it's because you did all those hard work. You did all of that. And so all these little things that you were doing in the background, working, it's not gonna go unnoticed, because it's, even if you don't see the physical result just yet instantly, it's building bit by bit. It's like a king of pentacles, you know? It's built slowly and yet so sturdily. So take comfort in that. How should I entitle this video? You feel more resistance because you're closer to it now. Does it have a kick? You're standing at the foot of the building now. You feel that great height because you are closer. You're closer now. That's why you see how big it is. And you're gonna get there to the top. That is the message, everyone. I hope that really helps someone out there. I just want to light my Palo Santo again. And so I am setting the intention that I want you to breathe in and out. Okay, I am setting the intention that this beautiful person watching this video right now feels lighter now, and the path ahead is much easier, because it's actually a good sign when you're feeling resistance, because your energy now flows towards that direction. And of course, like a river, there will be rocks, right? But as long as you just flow that river towards your energy into the right path, to the right stream, essentially, eventually those rocks are going to be set aside. Or if not set aside, the water will just know how to go about it, you know. Oh, as well, I saw 888 today. I also kept seeing red, which is why I wore red. And yeah, so those things could be significant to someone right now. So that is what I have for you, everyone. I love you, I believe in you, and I support you no matter what. And I hope you know that you're not alone in this journey, because I am with you. We are in this together. That's it. Bye.